Hello everyone, my name is Keja Karina Gozali. I'm from English Department of Bunda Mulia University, Kampus Serpong. Today, I will be talking about a lesson plan for my approaches and methods in language teaching final project. So first off, I will explain the context of this lesson plan. I will be teaching the subject English in a private school in Jakarta for Indonesian junior high school students. So the students have some struggles, including difficulties to understand a text, such as distinguishing different types of reading text, recount text, narrative text, and so on. They also have difficulties in understanding the idea of in writing, arranging the idea in writing, and how to organize it well. For today's lesson plan, the topic will be recount text with the skill and English knowledge, reading, and grammar. The total number of students in this class is 40 students. So the methods for this lesson plan that I choose was text-based instructions. The reason why I choose TBI is because this method focuses on the structure and grammatical features of the text, which fits the needs of the students perfectly. They need to learn more about how to distinguish different types of text and also to point out the grammatical features of the text. These methods also have some guided practice for the students, so they will be able to develop their language skills to communicate through the text that they learn. It will connect the spoken and written text too, so it will be relatable to socio-cultural context with them. They will be able to relate them to the daily life of theirs. For the approaches, the theory of language, I will choose a different genre of discourse, so I will not be using the usual formal textbooks articles. I will be using a magazine article here. And to make it relatable to the students, I will use a teen magazine or teen Vogue. For the theory of learning, the learning will be facilitated by the study of authentic models and examples from the articles. For the implementation of the principles of teaching skills and language system, there are a few. Let's start with the top-down processing. So we will start with the pre-reading activities and background knowledge. So they will have some pre-reading activities, probably guessing about what the article is. And also I will be giving them some background knowledge about the recount text itself. By doing pre-reading activities plus background knowledge, they will be able to comprehend the recount text. For the next one, it is extensive reading. So we will try to read from other material reference and not the usual formal textbook. We will be using teen magazine. For the reading levels and skills, we will choose a text with the easier difficulty, so they will be able to understand it better. And also scanning, so they will be able to analyze the elements and structure of the recount text. Next, we have reading principles. We will encourage the students to read more, especially we will be using another genre of discourse, so it will be more fun for them to read. Also, engaging the students with reading materials with that. We will ask them to explore the text context more and not just reading it. For the research-informed pedagogical recommendations, we will activate their background knowledge with the knowledge about recount text. We will also teach the structure of the text and discourse organization. We will promote the extensive reading for the students so they would be able to read and analyze more. For the teaching, reading, and viewing it in class, we have three variables here. First one is K, new. We will let them know about recount text first, pre-reading activity, with the pre-reading activity. With the W, want to know, we will ask them to read and analyze the recount text. And lastly, L, learn. They will be able to master the recount text already. Okay. So for the lesson plan itself, the teacher will be me, Miss Kezia, and the topic will be recount text. The skill and knowledge are reading and grammar. With the total number of students in the class is 40. The class level is junior high school with the time of the class duration is 1 hour or 60 minutes. For the teaching objectives, students are able to determine the type of a text. In this case, is a recount text, specifically for recount text from its structure and the context of the text. That's the first one. And the second one is related to the grammar. So the students are able to point out the use of grammar for recount text. Recount text usually use the past tense. For the teaching aids, I would be using Teen Magazine's articles and also a PowerPoint. The anticipated problems are the text that is boring and not interesting for the students. So we will try to find interesting ones for the solution. We will try to find the teen magazine articles that are relatable with them. The next one is the long text. So the solution is to encourage the students to read. So for the ESA, the Engage, Study, and Activate session, let's start with the Engage. There are 5 minutes. We will start by greeting the students and say hi, and the students will say hi to us back. And we will start to open a question with, what is one of your memorable experiences? We will try to ask the students about their holiday, their cooking class, or their trip, and etc. And next one, we have the study session. So we will present a magazine headline. I went to a K-pop concert and it was one of the best experiences of my life. We will ask the students to guess what is the article about based on the headlines. And next up, we will ask the students to read the text per paragraph along together in the class. We will break down the elements, the structure, and the grammatical use. And next, I will try to explain about the recount text itself to them. I will explain that there are 3 parts of recount text, from orientations, events, and concluding comments. And also for the grammatical features, I will explain about the past tense, first, and adverb. Next up, we will show another recount text article from another magazine, and we will ask the students to break down the article along, but this time I will be more to leading them instead of helping them. For the Activate, I will distribute the recount text from a magazine article to the class, so each student would get 1 article each, and along with another 1 paper for them to work. I will ask the students to analyze the recount text that they receive from its structure and then its grammatical tenses. They will write their analysis in the paperwork, and then I will ask the students to collect their work after. For another engaged session, for the last one is to say goodbye greetings to the students and leave the class. So here are the samples of the materials that can be used in the lesson. I will use a teen magazine articles such as this, so it would be interesting for the students to read. It is relatable with their hobbies, probably it's about the concert, and probably I will take another article from a holiday trip and another fun ones. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening. Thank you.